The number one way that we get taken out of our integrity is through shame. So if we aren't willing to understand shame, understand the mechanics of shame, learn how to spot it in our own lives, in our own leadership, in our own behaviors, we're going to be stunted in our ability to lead courageously. So we have to be able to tolerate or manage the physiology of vulnerability, which is by definition the emotion you experience when there's something uncertain or there's a risk of emotional exposure, which in leadership and innovation is going to be often.
Yes.
So if we can't tolerate that feeling of vulnerability, we're going to be limited in our leadership capacity. So there's where that link is, that we have to explore one to be able to build the other. So we do a lot in helping people recognize when they're in shame. And to your point about emotions, we have a lot of wiring that says we shouldn't feel certain emotions or we suppress emotions. And all that does is actually exacerbate it. So we want to teach people to label their emotions. So you said mad, sad, glad. Like most people, that's the limit of their emotional vocabulary. They truly have never gotten curious and were maybe discouraged to get curious. Like, let's not look at that too deeply. However, we do want you to start to get really granular about the emotions you're experiencing, because then you can respond appropriately. So if you are automatic, I'm angry. If you can look at that emotion just a little bit longer, you might find you're actually lonely. And your response to loneliness as an emotion is drastically different than your response to anger. So mindfulness is a big part of this curriculum, is really letting yourself see the emotions as they're coming up and not over-identify with them and accurately label them so that we can stay in our integrity and stay in the moment and not react, which is what we do when we're in shame. We react and we shut down, or we move against the other party. There's lots of pattern ways that we're going to react when we're in shame. We want to interrupt those so that we can stay grounded, stay in the conversation, stay curious, get to some new information that's going to help us in our leadership and help the organization move forward.